continuing my outlook for 2008, let's talk about technology a little bit. I think the biggest things going on in 2008 are going to have to do with the words nano and solar. Nanotechnology, the hottest of the research and development fields in my opinion. Not as much money to be made yet as in information technology and internet and so on, but more possibilities in terms of breakthroughs and true disruptive kinds of technologies. In the field of nanotechnology, watch for Altair Nano and its whole nano battery operation. They're working with 5 different automobile companies. We'll talk about electric cars in just a moment. But by midsummer, the CEO just told me recently they're going to debut a 20 megawatt stationary battery that could really begin to enter into the utility markets and even into the home power markets. Electric cars are going to be making a big splash in 2008, both from, again, Altair Nano and their cooperation with the Phoenix Motor Car Company, but also with Fiat and others. And in fact, by midsummer, they're going to be debuting an electric garbage truck. In fact, they're going to have that at the fire conference that some of us will be at in May of this year. The company that, of course, receives perhaps more press attention, it's a little sexier because of its hot sports car look, is the Tesla Motor Cars Company. But both of these, Tesla and Altair Nano, are going to be putting cars on the market through their various partnerships and operations in 2008. And I think we'll see a bigger uptake in electric cars and much more excitement about them. And these are true, complete plug-in electric cars with very high performance characteristics. They go hundreds of miles, they charge very fast, and you can recharge the batteries thousands of times and not just hundreds of times like you could with a typical, for example, laptop battery. Going beyond that, we can look at nano plus solar and the company called Nano Solar, who in 2008, I believe, is supposed to complete its fabrication plant in the Bay Area. And that fabrication plant is going to produce, by printing these thin film solar cells, enough solar cells to be the equivalent of half a nuclear power plant or more. And when you can produce them that fast and that cheaply, you begin to have a real impact in the whole energy market. And then staying in the field of nanotechnology and looking beyond the whole energy area, I met some people a week or two ago from a company called Selden Technologies in the Northeast, and they're using carbon nanotubes. And they told me, by the way, that 5 years ago it cost hundreds of dollars per ounce to buy carbon nanotubes, and now they're buying them for between 20 cents and 60 cents an ounce from companies in China and elsewhere. And they're using these carbon nanotubes to make water filtration systems. And they print the water filters using obsolete newspaper printing equipment in the Northeast. And they put this thin nano film between 2 sheets of paper, and they can make a super high performing water filter. And in a few weeks they're going to be debuting a water straw that has super characteristics, and they're working with the Department of Defense and others on water filtration using carbon nanotubes, one of the first real big breakthrough products with carbon nanotubes that I know about, and that's going to be a big deal in 2008. Just briefly, if we move away from nanotechnology and look at information technology and internet, I think the big thing that we'll be hearing about in 2008 will be fiber to the home. The Verizon telephone company is rolling out their Fios product, which is fiber to the home that offers speeds in the neighborhood of 15 megabits per second. You know, something like 5 or 10 times faster than what people get through their typical DSL line now, and 3 or 4 times faster than the cable TV people can offer right now. And so a rapid uptake of much expanded bandwidth in the US will be a big story in 2008. And that's going to lead the cable companies and the telephone companies to compete even more intensely. And what they're beginning to talk about, and we'll hear more about this in 2008, is what they call the quintuple play. We've all seen these ads now for the triple play, where you can get your telephone and your cable television and your internet access either from your telephone company or from your cable company. And now the race will be on to who can offer the quintuple play. And the fourth leg of the quintuple play has to do with home management. And home management will be managing all the electrical devices in your house, and particularly then perhaps cooperating with the utility to manage the power consumption and power demand by time in the house. And it could be that we'll see a company from either the cable universe or from the telephone universe really make the big move into the quintuple play in 2008, and I think that'll be interesting to watch.